lunch today we read our story, Kate and the Beanstalk. What we're going to do now is we're going to continue adding to our fairy tale chart, and we're going to write down information about Kate and the Beanstalk. Okay, so while I'm getting my markers, I want you to be thinking about the different things that we're going to write down in the story. Okay. What's the title of this one, Taylor?
Kate and the Beanstalk.
Kate and the Beanstalk. Okay. Who were the characters in Kate and the Beanstalk? Who are those characters in this story? Kate?
Kate.
Okay. Kate. Who else was in this story, Taylor?
The giant.
Okay, Kate, the giant. Baz, who else?
The giant's wife.
The giant's wife. And in this story she was called the Giantess.
Giantess.
Okay. Alexandra.
Kate's mother.
Okay, Kate's mother. Chloe?
Her mom and
Yep, we've got her mom. Who else, Barbara?
the dad.
Okay, was the dad still in this story?
No.
No. There was a dad, and it talked a little bit about him, but he wasn't a character in this story because he had already died. Rossi?
The person who gave Kate the beans.
Yeah, the person who gave Kate the beans. Who was that person that gave Kate the
The
beans?
beggar.
The beggar. Yeah, and if we're not sure about what she was called, we can look back at the story. Remember, sometimes we talk about how we can go back in the text to find information to help with our answer. So if I look back in here, I'll see the beggar, okay? Okay, who else? Alex?
She, it looks like Kate was like a little bit upset.
Kate was upset when her mother got angry with her, but who were our other characters? Madeline? The fairy. And does anybody remember anything special about the fairy and the beggar? Taylor?
They were magical.
They're magical. What else was special about the fairy and the beggar? Okay.
They both begged.
Okay. They both were asking for something. What else, Alexandra?
Maybe the fairy and the beggar know the night.
Okay. I'm remembering something from the story, and I'm going to look back in the book, and I'm going to see if I can read it and help myself to remember a little bit more. Let's see. Okay. Here, this is the fairy right here. She's talking, and she says, "Greetings, brave Kate," she said. "As queen of the fairies, I have long wanted to avenge the treachery done to the good knight. But first, I needed to know if his daughter was worthy of her inheritance. So, I disguised myself as both the beggar and the old woman and sent you on your quest to your father's castle." What does this page tell us about the fairy? Alexandra?
The fairy was the beggar and she gave the beans to the Kate because she wanted to get she thought that Kate would be brave enough
the fairy told us that she disguised herself as a beggar. Did she disguise herself as someone else too? It says, so, I disguised myself as both the beggar and the old woman and sent you on your quest to your father's castle. Who else did she disguise herself as?
The old woman.
The beggar, the fairy, and the old woman. So all three of these characters are actually the same person, just in disguise. Okay, now here's my next question is about the setting. What was the setting of this story? Where did this story happen? Kobe.
Kate's house.
Okay, it started at Kate's house.
Mhm.
Where else, Rossi?
At the castle.
In the castle. Is there another setting, Taylor?
Backyard.
Okay, so with Kate's house, we could think about Kate's house and yard. It happened in her house and in her yard. Okay? The next thing I want us to think about is the problem. Kate had a problem at the beginning of this story. And I'm wondering if we can remember what her problem was. What was Kate's problem? Kane?
She couldn't go to sleep.
Okay, even before she couldn't go to sleep, she had a problem. Like a big problem. Kevin, what was her problem?
The person with the blue, it looks like a person, but
Uh-huh.
the one with the blue dress and hat.
Uh-huh.
She told Kate to get the three golden stuff.
Okay, I'm thinking of a problem that happened even before that, like at the very beginning. The first thing that we knew about Kate was that she had a problem. What was the problem, Baz?
She wanted to sell her horse,
Her
cow, for the magic beans.
right. Kate was having to sell her cow. Why did she need to sell the cow?
So she could get money.
She needed some money. Okay, so
They told us that she was poor.
yes, we know that Kate and her mother were poor. Alex, why don't you go get a cough drop, honey? Okay, so I'm writing that Kate and her mother were very poor and they needed money. And that Kate was supposed to sell their cow, but she decided to trade it for magic beans instead. Okay, the next part that we want to talk about is the solution. What is a solution? What does the word solution mean? Bess?
How it happened?
Not just how it happened, but how it gets
Solved.
solved. How the problem gets solved. So here's our problem. Kate and her mom are poor and they need some money. So what I'm wondering is how Kate solved the problem. Now, do you have to tell me everything that Kate did?
No.
No, I just need to know what happened at the end when the story was over. How was the problem fixed? How did the problem get better? Okay, so who can tell me about the solution to Kate's problem? Madeline?
She found the 3 things she needed, and then she wasn't poor.
Okay, so she found, what were the 3 things she needed? Taylor, what was one?
The chicken,
The hen. What else, Skylar?
the hut,
The harp, and one other thing that Kate had to find. Ebony?
the gold chicken who laid golden.
Okay, we got the hen that laid golden eggs. Rossi? Okay, the bag of gold and the harp. So after she found these things, how did it solve the problem? How did having all of those things solve the problem, Luke?
Because Kate and her mom were very poor since the giant killed Kate's father, and the giant stole the money and the chick and the golden harp. So that's how they became poor, and then Kate got the money and they became rich again.
Okay, they became rich again. And what else happened, Alexandra?
After what the heart was too scared, the heart said help, and then the giant woke up, and the giant came after Kate.
And what happened after that? How else did the problem get solved, Taylor?
Kate ran down the beanstalk, and she got down before the giant got down, and she yelled, "Mom, get the axe!" And Mom got the axe, and she gave the axe to her, and then she cut the beanstalk down, and the giant died.
Okay, so Kate cut down the beanstalk and the giant died, so he's not a problem anymore. And then remember that the fairy told Kate, she said that she had really been wanting to help the knight's wife and daughter, which was Kate and her mom, but she needed to know if Kate was worthy of her inheritance. Remember, she says, but first I needed to know if his daughter was worthy of her inheritance. That means I needed to know if you really deserved all of this. And so, did Kate prove that she was worthy?
Yes.
Yes. So, she proved that she was worthy. And then, what did the fairy help Kate and her mother to do? Once Kate proved that she was worthy, what did she get to do? What did she get to do, Luke?
She got to go back and live in the castle.
That's right. She got to go and live in the castle. So we'll write the Kate proved that she was worthy. So she and her mother got to live in the castle. Okay, so now we've listened to 3 different stories about Jack and the Beanstalk. The first one that we heard yesterday was the original story, Jack and the Beanstalk. And then this morning, we listened to Jacques and the Beanstalk. And today we read Kate and the Beanstalk. What we're going to do in our journals today, you will be thinking about those stories and you will be making a connection between 2. You can choose the 2 that you want to write about. You may choose Jack and the Beanstalk, and Kate in the Beanstalk. You may choose Jacques in the Beanstalk and Kate in the Beanstalk. It doesn't matter which two you choose, but you're going to choose two of them, and you're going to talk about the connections that you made to those two stories. You might start off by saying, I had a text-to-text connection between Jack and the Beanstalk and Kate and the Beanstalk. In both stories, the main character lived with only their mother. They were poor in both stories and needed to sell their cow. Jack and Kate both traded the cow for magic beans, which grew into a beanstalk.
All three of them did that.
They also climbed the beanstalk where they both met a giant.
They all did that.
So no matter which story you choose to talk about, you're going to talk about how it's like the other story that you're writing about. Okay, so you're going to choose two and write about your text-to-text connection. Tiptoe to your desks now and get your journals.
Did you get the whole thing?